Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan. Timing pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
This is the Braylon Edwards Show. What's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome on a Thursday. Brendan's back with us. He's got his Penny Sewell jersey on.
Let's go.
All right.
He's fired up.
Kool-Aid's with us. He's in a great mood, even though his team lost last night. That's all right. Those things happen. All right.
Oh, man.
And, of course, the good luck charm is to my right. Yeah.
They needed Bray out there last night.
They did. Bray needed to fly to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And tell them, you know, even though Giannis Antetokounmpo left after 3 minutes and is out 2 to 4 weeks, by the way.
That was a bad loss, though.
It was a bad loss. And that's okay, by the way. It's okay to admit that. There are bad losses. Red Wings lose to certain teams, we say it. Lions lose to certain teams, we say it. Tigers lose to certain teams, we're going to say that, right?
Yep.
It's a bad loss. Okay. It happens. Just don't
it
want it to
real
happen too often, right?
No.
Nah, this
Yeah.
is definitely true. I'm trying to figure out who stole my AirPods.
Yeah, somebody, we've got a little thief around here, apparently. Today is National Cookie Day. Now, the other day we were talking about donuts, and I was pretty hungry. Brendan, you weren't here. KG was in the booth. But today you get to tell us about your favorite cookie. Give me your favorite cookie. If you could have one cookie today, if you want to go a la mode, go right ahead. I don't care. Give me your favorite cookie on National Cookie Day.
Otis Spunkmeyer oatmeal raisin.
Ooh, I like that. Oatmeal raisin sounds really good. What makes it special? Does it have a little bit of a little cinnamon in it, or what is it?
I
Nice
don't
and
know,
soft and chewy in the middle.
Something
or-
about the mix with the oats and
Okay.
the raisin is very chewy. I don't know. I just always gravitated towards oatmeal raisin. Sugar cookies from Miss Fields back in the day were lights out, white macadamia nuts, some good ones. But oatmeal raisin, no matter what the brand, Otis Spunkmeyer where I choose. Because I used to work at the Star Theater, and there was a coffee shop that used to sell these Otis Spunkmeyers, and then they also were in Subway at one point in time. Don't tell anybody I used to go to that place. But they were just really good, and I've always gravitated towards them. My dad used to get them back in the day. And, yeah.
All right,
Otis,
so
give me
here's the
oatmeal
next
raisin.
question. Anytime I think of cookies, I think of cookies and milk, just because when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that your go-to with milk as well? The oatmeal raisin?
Cookies in general just go with milk.
Okay.
Like, cookies in general, like if I'm in a milk craze, it's probably gonna be because it's my favorite cookie. But if I'm in one of those milk crazes, for cookies, it doesn't matter what cookie's on tap, long as it's heated up though.
Oh, there you go.
Now you
All
gotta
right.
heat the milk. You gotta heat the cookie up. to
Okay.
do cookies and milk.
I like it. I like
Not
it.
the milk, the cookie.
Not the milk. Don't heat the milk up
Don't do that.
unless you're pouring it into cocoa.
You
I like
may-
warm milk and cocoa.
You may not
you know
make
what,
it to
yeah.
Christmas.
It may not make it to Christmas, yeah, but you'll sleep well.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid,
Yes, sir.
favorite cookie on National Cookie Day.
On National TV Day, Dallas Cowboys. Just give me a star shape right now. But the flavor,
You threw me for a
peanut
moment.
butter.
Just
Yeah.
for a moment. Just for a moment. You got me back. All right.
peanut butter. It has to be. Yeah, I love peanut butter.
Okay.
But it has to have little chips of peanuts in it, and little peanut butter and white chocolate chunks in there.
White chocolate chunks.
Yes, I had
Peanut
that
butter
at-
and white chocolate chunks. That's
Yes.
interesting.
It was
It was fire. Say
bro,
it.
it was fire.
Okay.
It was fire.
My mom used to make those, and she would take her fork and kind of make some fork designs in the peanut butter cookie, and that's how we knew we could tell that from some of the others.
Man, my
So
grandma used
good.
to do the same, something very similar.
Did she?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's from deep south. but
All
yeah.
right, there you go. That sounds good. That sounds good. All right, Brendan, National Cookie Day, your favorite cookie is what?
I gotta agree with Braylon on the oatmeal, not the
Hey.
Not the raisins, just
but
oatmeal cookies.
Oatmeal
Okay.
with butterscotch and chocolate chips.
Ooh. Ooh,
Been hearing
that's
this
a whole
butterscotch
different
a lot
cookie.
lately.
Yeah, my mom makes them a lot. They are the best.
Well,
Oh.
what the hell is she waiting for? Why didn't she bring him in? Let's go, right?
I'll
Am I
get some
right?
in.
Come on.
I'll get some.
All right. And that's good with milk then, right?
Oh,
What
yeah.
you're saying.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Definitely milk.
About
My-
you, Shep?
So my mom used to, every year around Christmas, she would make us all a tin full of homemade cookies. And my favorite were, she called them chocolate drops. It was a chocolate base with some nuts in it and white icing on top. And I could sit there and eat a tray full of them. Absolutely love them.
That sounds amazing.
And would go really well with milk. How do we feel about snickerdoodles?
I like snickerdoodles.
I love snickerdoodles.
Yeah.
A little overrated, in my
You
opinion.
think it's okay? So that usually I can't find many people who say it's okay. Usually I'm like, I find people who are really into them or people against them.
I think anything with Snicker in it is gonna be a level of decent. But I mean, you know, Snickers, like certain things are just they're perfection. Whether it's a Snickers, whether it's Skittles, whether it's Cool Ranch Doritos, like some things are just it's just perfect as is. But I tend to agree with Brendan, like Snickerdoodle, bit overrated.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not a ton.
Okay.
Not a ton.
Listen,
Just a bit.
there's no offense taken here. I'm just
Yeah,
wondering about it. Last question on cookies, and then we'll move forward. Anytime, like I say, I think of cookies, I think of milk. If you had
He's a horrible radio. Oh, I'm sorry.
fork to nose,
Right.
because when I was a kid, it was either Oreos or Chips Ahoy.
Yeah.
And I know neither one is good for you. I understand that. I'm just asking. When you were a kid, if that's the choice,
Yeah.
what are you doing with milk? Is it Oreos, the regular,
Yeah.
not the double stuff,
Right.
not the kind of Christmas where you get the green or the red inside,
Right.
I'm talking- or
The
Chips
eggnog
Ahoy.
flavor.
Yeah, the
Nah.
eggnog.
First and foremost, like Oreos blows Chips Ahoy out of the water. Like it's not even close. But there is a sleeper. Chips,
right.
Chips Ahoy, when I was younger, they did have a sleeper though.
All right. What was it?
The soft and chewy red bag.
It's the only one I get. It's the only one
The
I'll
Chips
get.
Ahoy soft and chewy red bag, and they didn't sell it at all times of year.
Yeah,
Like,
they
you
didn't.
can-
You're
like,
right.
you can only get like spring, maybe like twice a year. But that bag was pretty pretty unstoppable. But yeah, I'm a Oreos guy. But Chips Ahoy is better with milk.
You think so?
Chips Ahoy, I think, is better with milk.
Even dunking.
And neither
the
one of them are
Oreos.
really great with milk, in my
I
opinion.
think it's a really hard choice. I think both are fantastic with milk.
Yeah.
I think Chips Ahoy might be better than Oreos as it relates to with milk.
Okay. All right. So you're on the Chips Ahoy team.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid,
Yes, sir.
is it Chips Ahoy or Oreos with milk on National Cookie Day?
Goodness gracious. It's got to be Chips Ahoy. It's just something about the crispiness of it. It just blends so well with the milk, man.
Okay.
You can't leave it in there too long, but just right, man. It's the perfect.
So you
blend.
About
dry-
the
do you
Oreo
guys
gets
dr-
too
you guys-
the
sweet.
perfect mix.
Like I don't know. Like
It
Oreo's
is.
a super sweet cookie already,
Yep.
and then you add the milk to it. I think that's what does it for me. Is like, all right, diabetes on the way.
Here we go.
Are you dropping it in the glass of milk?
Half,
Half.
drop the half,
Eat it.
eat the half, and then take
Dunk
the long
again.
way.
Dunk again.
There you go.
Wait,
Amen.
and then that last little piece, you just kind of,
Yep.
you got to,
All right.
you got to get it right,
And then
man.
and then dive in for another one.
Dang,
There you
now
go.
I gotta go to the store and get cookies today. See,
All right.
this is
I'm
terrible.
I'm sorry. Chips Ahoy or Oreo, Brendan?
I'll
With
take
milk.
the diabetes. I'm taking Oreos.
Okay.
I appreciate it. That yellow bag of Oreos. I know you don't like the remix version.
no,
But
no.
the yellow bag of Oreos, the vanilla, it's not bad.
Not bad.
And the lemon one.
I can't do it. I just
As soon
can't
as I
go
pull
there.
that little,
no
as soon as
lemon
you pull that
Oreos?
little
Come on.
tab back,
Yeah, I know.
it's going through the row.
So there's there's also the chocolate covered and white chocolate covered Oreos. You want to get a sugar rush,
Yeah.
that's the one to eat.
Yeah.
And I try to avoid those as well. That is always, I've struggled with that between Oreos and Chips Ahoy. I've leaned toward Chips Ahoy as well with milk.
milk.
But when I was a kid, it was primarily Oreos. So good
Oreos.
stuff. Happy National Cookie Day to all of you
National
out there.
Cookie
And there's
Day,
a
man.
lot of people in the chat already saying, you know what, always got to drink milk with cookies. I don't even eat cookies if I don't have a glass of milk. And then there's Oreos or Famous Amos, which is not a bad one either.
Ooh, yeah.
But those are chocolate chips. Okay,
Famous Amos, he has a horrible story, man. I found
Yeah.
out what happened to Famous Amos, the
Very
guy that
sad.
created Famous Amos, the cookies and all that. He's
I
out of LA.
didn't know. I don't know the story. Tell it.
Yeah, he created the company, but you know when you don't know what you don't know, when you're signing paperwork and things of that nature, got the company taken up from right up underneath him. Like now he lives at the YMCA in L.A. Like he's homeless.
He passed away, I think.
Oh, he did. Yeah. So you know the story a little bit
yeah,
too.
they're putting him on. They're putting like his name or something on the bags or something
bag.
now that he's passed away. But when he was alive, they didn't do anything for him.
Thank you. I don't want to be that guy. But
How do you do that to somebody? Really? I mean,
because people really live by the business creed, the business model. Like, it's not our fault that you didn't know what you didn't know. It's not our fault you didn't read the language, or you didn't have somebody read the language. And I think people in business a lot of times, not saying it's right or wrong, I don't think it's particularly a nice gesture, but they don't care. Like, your obligation when you get this piece of paper is to thoroughly go through it. And if you don't know what it is, that's not our problem. That's how they operate.
yeah, it's human.
But that's how a lot of
human
people-
decency. If you know the original owner, the originator of what's made you a very successful living, is living in a YMCA, I would guess there's something you could at least do something for him. Speaking of that, I'm going to the game tonight. I'm going to go to the Lions game. All right. I got some good people associated with me in there. We're going to be at a suite.
Hey,
it's a
shout out.
Braylon Edwards thing. We're going to be on the field first. But in order for you to be on the field, you know what you have to do? You have to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
You're not about to get kicked out, are you?
No. Has anyone, I might be. Has anyone ever read through those things? I'm used to going on the field with a press pass. Tonight's not the case.
Oh, no. Just that.
Okay.
I'm guilty. I don't read anything.
I
I still haven't read an
It
Apple
is so
agreement,
long.
by the way.
It is so
I still have never read an Apple agreement.
It is so long and so small in the verbiage that I can't imagine anybody. You just scroll down and write accept, right? That's basically what I do. It's almost like it's the airlines type of agreement too. You just scroll through it and you write your name and you say we're all good to go. Anyway, so excited for tomorrow too to talk a little bit about the experience for tonight. Last night, hell of an experience for you, right? You had birthday, or is it the birthday
Today.
tonight? The birthday is tonight.
Mom's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Celebrating.
It's fantastic.
21. There you go.
There you go.
You know how
Smart
that
man.
goes.
You're a good
So,
man. You're a smart man, right?
It'll be fun. Like you said, dinner's at Big Rock tonight, so excited about that. You know, it's going to be our
How many people are going to be around the table tonight?
8.
8? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to be a lot of fun for you. All
That
right.
bill cup.
Will you sing happy birthday? Did you already make sure she's got a cake or a cupcake or something along those lines? Maybe a cookie because it's National Cookie Day. We have something in line for her?
Yeah, she has a cake. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
do the cake, the whole song, dance, the cake. They'll bring it out. I'm pretty sure they'll do us a favor. Yeah, they won't charge us extra for all that jazz, if you will, but it'll be cool.
All right.
Want to make sure she feels special, make sure she knows she's valued, make sure that her birthday, I'm a big birthday guy. I think birthdays are very important. You know, when you take a trip around the sun, you know, no matter if you're turning 3 or blah, blah, you know, you have a lot to be thankful for. You've seen a lot come in that space, and so you should be celebrated. Life is precious. Birthdays, I'm a big birthday guy.
Are you a big birthday party guy?
I used to, myself or other people.
Or you and for your kids, too. I mean,
yeah. I was a big birthday guy when I was younger. Like, when I was younger, I was like, hey, look, we're going to party for a month.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to set it off for a month, do all the things, go to Vegas, go to Miami, set off a party here as well. Now as I'm older, I'm like, it's just another day for me. I like celebrating other people.
Other people's birthday.
Yeah, I like celebrating
Because
other
we used to do that with our kids, and then suddenly certain members of our family said, all right, we're not going to do this anymore. And I'm like, okay, you don't have to do it, but we're going to keep doing it for ours. We're going to celebrate it. We think it's a big deal. It's a big day for us as parents, and I hope it's a big deal for them. So that's great. It's a big game tonight with the Lions and the Cowboys. We're going to talk a ton of football here with Braylon Edwards tonight, and we are going to do that when we come back. We're going to take a quick time out here on the Braylon Edwards Show, hear from Ven Johnson and Art and Jakes. And when we come back, it's Lions and Cowboys, keys to victory, top 10 teams, and a whole lot more.
Guest in the 3 o'clock hour.
Special guests.
Yeah, and we've got some special guests as well. It's going to be a really fun show, as
Former
always,
Leo.
here on Woodward Sports.
Corporations, the government, even your insurance company will do whatever it takes to minimize their liability and withhold your compensation. Don't let them happen. Don't let that happen. You want to get with the fighter, somebody that will fight for you, and that's Ven Johnson Law. We're doing it for a very long time at a very high rate. VENfights.com. That's where you want to go. Get the guy in your corner that's going to give you the settlement of the verdict that you want. Doesn't matter. They want all the smoke. Let the fighter fight for you.
Hey, if you're heading to the Lions watch party at Art and Jakes in Clarkston on December 14th, that's before the Lions take on the Rams. We've got something special happening on the same day, and we want your help, all right? From 4 to 6, Art and Jakes is going to be collecting donations for Packages from Home. It's an incredible organization that sends care items to deployed service members and supports local veterans right here in our community. What better way to spend that time than with the people who have fought for this country and represented us in this country? They're looking for a ton of items, everything from canned foods and snacks to recreation items like books and sports equipment or electronics. So all donations, they cannot be opened, all right? So they got to be unopened in the original packaging with at least 6 months before expiration if it's food, okay? So bring your items to AJ's Clarkston location between 4 and 6 on December 14th. Drop them off on your way in to grab a drink and help us massively support the troops. It's worth it for sure.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Come to
any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports. The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or Bust Lions network.
Fitness, where your fitness is essential. With over 50 metropolitan Detroit locations, it's the gym for you. Because you know what? We're all strong on this planet, and that planet is Planet Fitness. There's no judgment here. Home of the judgment-free zone. And then also the locker rooms are squeaky clean. Very, very, very important. And then there's trainers on staff for whatever membership that you want to get. So Planet Fitness, come on down, because your fitness is essential.
Hey, clear your schedule, Detroit. It's Thursday Night Football tonight. Woodward Sports, we are taking over downtown tonight. In fact, our guys are already on their way there. Stop by Second Best Bar before the game, 5 o'clock. Okay, so you watch the Braylon Edwards show till 4. You jump in the car and boom, you're at Second Best Bar for the live pregame show and some of the best food at any bar in downtown Detroit. And then, if that's not good enough, you head over to Gillies at kickoff right around 8 o'clock, a little after 8 o'clock, right, for the live watch party and postgame show with great vibes, good people, cold drinks, hot takes, and Detroit football. What more could you ask for? Come through, rep the city, ride the wave with Sun Cruiser and Woodward Sports.
And we back.
Speaking of the Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown is kind of like a game time decision, I believe. I haven't seen anything to say other than that. I'd be surprised if he plays. Doesn't look like Kirby Joseph is playing, so you're going to have the secondary similar to that of Tampa, which scares the living hell out of me, to be honest with you. Let's take first things first. Amon-Ra St. Brown. What do they miss without him specifically, and how can he help if he indeed does play?
I wrote some things down because I thought it was a really good question as it relates to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Where is one of the biggest things too is it's his on-field IQ. When you have Amon-Ra St. Brown out there, you got a guy that knows the offense just as well as Jared Goff. He's able to be where he needs to be. He's able to adapt on the fly because he understands what the offense is. He understands the timing of a play, so it allows him to adapt within the offense and add value. Look, has dropped a couple passes this year, but let's not act like he's not one of the most short-handed receivers that we've seen in the past 15 or 20 years. So, that still is him. That's who he is. He's a guy that's accountable. He's a guy that you can depend on him in the big plays, man. He's a playmaker. Mm-hmm. And also, too, I think the biggest thing that they'll miss in him, people talk about the route running and all the other things, too, because he's a damn good route runner. He can get open against the league's best and whoever you put against him. But it's that energy that he plays with. Yeah. St. Brown plays with a type of energy that is infectious. When he's making plays and he's doing his dances and he's doing all these things and getting guys involved and making plays, big third downs, that energy is infectious and it spreads throughout the offense. That identity has become, the offense over the years. He's the leader on offense as it relates to a player. Jared Goff, no disrespect to him. He's the quarterback. He's the QB. Penei Sewell is probably the best player on offense, if you will. But Amon-Ra St. Brown is a straw that stirs that offensive drink. So I think when you miss him, you miss a sense of who you are. You miss a sense of your confidence.
Yeah.
Like the confidence level, the swag that he plays with, that he emits. And you can feel it through the TV. I know you'll be there. You'll get a chance to.
No, I think you're 100% right. We talk about leaders.
Swag and that energy.
Yeah, and we talk about how a team is identified, and you and rightfully so. You've said it's really this team's identity has been the trenches.
Yeah.
But he really is one of those guys who this team is identified by, don't you think?
Yeah, 100%. The two guys that they identify the most with aren't doing anything right now. One's hurt, and the other's gotten phased out. The other guy's Dave Montgomery. Like Dave Montgomery, in terms of when he's scoring touchdowns, when he's getting those tough yards, when he's getting he doesn't have to have 140 yards a game, but when he's getting those tough yards, when he's getting those 43 yards or the big catch where it's 3rd and 4 and he comes out of the backfield, he leaks late, catch a pass, get a first down, that energy, those two more than anybody else on offense are the energy bringers to the Detroit Lions. And you miss it this year. You notice the energy in Dave Montgomery is the same because he's not on the field. He's not making those plays. Last year he scored 10-plus touchdowns. The year before that he scored 10-plus touchdowns, and that energy was real. And those physical touchdowns, those physical plays and big moments.
So let's say Amon-Ra St. Brown doesn't play.
Yeah.
You've got, from your wide receivers, you've got Jamison Williams. You've got Isaac Tesla. You've got Tom Kennedy. How much would you, if you were in charge of this offense, put Jahmyr Gibbs out there, sometimes in the slot, and ISO back with David Montgomery? Now, this is not a unique situation, what I'm bringing up. I'm not looking for people to go, hey, that's a great idea. This is something that was talked about before the season began, and I don't think we've noticed it very much at all. What do you think that would do for Detroit's offense? What do you think it would do to Dallas's defense? And how likely do you think that they use it?
Detroit's a desperate team right now, and I know people don't want to hear that word. Today is not going to be a negative Detroit day. Today is going to be just some conversation, some things I think that they can do to help themselves. So if I use the word desperate, don't take offense to it. This is a desperate team, and what I mean by that is you can't win, you can't lose a game right now. Once you put yourself into a situation where you can't lose a game, you're a desperate team. In those times is when you got to reinvent yourself. Things that you were supposed to do, things that you were talking about you could do, when's a better time? You talk about
what are you waiting for if you don't do it?
Having Demo in the backfield, having Jahmyr Gibbs in the slots, one of those situations where people would think pass, because that's what they're doing, but that's where you got to switch it up. That's where you run a little bit with Dave Montgomery. That's when you do pass a little bit. But you got to try all the things. The Isaac Tesla, the plays that we talked about there. Try the things that you have. I don't mind that at all, and I think it's actually a good plan. There are some things that you got to do different today. Tonight.
I think that's from everybody. I really do. I mean, Dan Campbell's got to start coaching differently. We've talked about this before. Making an adjustment in anything you may do, okay, whether it be a sports talk show host, a basketball player, a football player.
Shout out.
If things are not working for you, then are you going to be stubborn and keep doing it the same way, even though it's going to continue to not work, which is the definition kind of being crazy? You know what? Expecting a different result, but doing the same thing over and over again. Or are you going to adjust? Doesn't mean that has to be a huge adjustment. Are you going to adjust? Dallas comes in on a 3-game roll. I spoke with a Dallas television personality earlier today, and I asked him, what's been the difference between the Cowboys earlier this year and the 3-game winning streak? He said the defense. He said the defensive unit, since they brought on Wilson, since they brought on Williams, since they've gotten guys back from injury. And I thought that was really interesting, but because, as I told him, I think Dallas has identified Braylon by its offense. I think the Lions are identified by their offense too. What do you think has been the difference for Dallas over this 3-game winning streak?
Man, once again, I wrote some stuff down on that too. You had me doing some homework today, man. I had to dive in a little bit. But watching Dallas, huge risk, obviously, on the Jerry Jones side, huge risk as it relates to bringing guys in, getting rid of guys, bringing in some draft picks, some trades, also bringing in some players. Quinn Williams, Kenny Clark was in the Micah Parsons trade. George Picks, Logan Wilson. So these have been really good for them, and they've just gotten back to a sense of when they've had success, this is what it was. On the offensive side of the ball, they've had wide receivers that can make plays, tight ends, and you've had a running back. but it's the offensive line that's gotten better. That they drafted on the interior to be exact. Left guard, center, right guard. These are all draft picks within the last 3 years. First round, 2 of them, and then the second round. So it's played out well for them. And this year, this season, particularly in these last 3 games, now all that is healthy, the exception of their left tackle, both sides of the ball, and they're playing complementary football. Dak Prescott is playing elite at an elite level offensive. He's had time. He's had protection. He's got a running game. He's got some receivers. And you also have a coach in Schottenheimer that's understanding what they're doing on that side. And then defensively, that interior has been mean. Like Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark, as they start to get rolling. Williams was another big move. And then you get guys like Overshown back. Like some of those defensive players that you didn't necessarily think about coming into the season. He tore his ACL last year. Since he's been back, he's been a monster. He's all over. He's a side-to-side type of linebacker. You know, so they got guys at all the plays right now, man. And they also have something that they're playing for. Like, as bad as that season was, the NFC East and much of the NFL is a lot of parity. The NFC East is wide open still because the Eagles refuse to close the door. So when you have a team that's playing well on offense, a team that's playing well on defense, the coach is getting it right on both sides of the ball, and then, oh, by the way, you guys are still in the hunt, still in the fight. That's why the Dallas Cowboys have been playing so well.
I would also argue this, and this should scare Lions fans a little bit. Look, I know Stick was on earlier today, and he was livid.
He's been stirring some pot.
I hope he means it. I hope it's not just for social media. I hope he truly means it. He's upset because, you know, he thinks Lions fans have abandoned things, and I couldn't disagree more. This fan base has been really loyal to this team for a long time. If they question why their team can't make the playoffs at 7-5, they have every right to do that. Every right, because because of what we've seen recently. But I want to remind people this. As good as Dallas has played, and they played really well, this game, as much as it means to the Lions, it means as much to Dallas, and here's why. The rest of the way, while Detroit has to play teams like the Rams, the Bears on the road, Minnesota, whose defense is good and has already fooled them once, Dallas has the 30th easiest schedule the rest of the way. Here's who they have. They have the Vikings at home. They have the Chargers at home. They're at Washington and at New York, as in Giants. So nothing is easy. You've educated us on that for a long time, and you will continue to do that. Nothing is easy in the National Football League. But if you're looking at it from a schedule standpoint, it is more favorable for Dallas than it is the Detroit Lions. That makes this game vital for Detroit. Absolutely crucial for the Lions. What will be their biggest challenge tonight?
Biggest challenge for them is it's twofoldness on both sides of the ball. One on the defensive side of the ball is, can you get them into 2nd and long? Can you get them into 2nd and 8? Can you win first down? Let's just start. Can you win first down? Like on defense, the Lions need to win first down the majority of the game.
Put them behind the sticks.
100%. Get off the schedule. That's what the defense needs to do. All the other stuff and the coverages and the man and going to zone and figuring. We can get into all that later. Simply put, you got to win on first down. And win on first down on the opposite side of the ball for the Lions. I think it's the same thing on offense. You have to establish something so that you can sustain drives. You got to keep yourself on the field.
Because of what you said before. How many times you reminded us? Last year, this team on 3rd down conversions was at about 46%. They're at about 36% this year. That's a huge, steep drop.
Biggest thing you can do for offense that, like the Dallas Cowboys that are on fire right now, like you keep them off the field. Easier said than done.
Yep.
But you keep them off the field. You keep them out of rhythm. Damn, you stole my spot. You keep them off the field. You keep them out of rhythm. You keep them in a space where they're cold. You keep them in a place where they can't get anything going. Now, every time they come back out there on the field, like it's legitimately not like in rhythm. It's not like, hey, let's go back out there and do what we did. You're still trying to find a rhythm. You're trying to find what the offense is going to be. That's what the Lions got to do on offense. Sustain some drives. It's not about getting down there and scoring every time. But can you make 3 first downs? Can you play the field goal? Can you play the time of possession, old school football?
Can you limit the 3 and outs?
Because Brian Schottenheimer is an old school football coach, realistically, because of where he comes from. He comes from his father. Time of possession, line of scrimmage, and sustaining drives. That's what's going to be the key for the offense.
Yeah,
You get a couple first downs, you start to feel better. You start to feel a little bit momentum. Guys tend to play a little bit better. You know what? Hey, we move the ball a little bit. Oh, I feel confident. You know what? I can block Quentin Williams for a play or two. You know, I can figure this out. I can get a nice chip in there on Kenny Clark. So I think that's what it's got to be. Get some first downs, get the first down, and sustainability.
Yeah, what is a lot of people in the chat, run the damn ball.
Yeah.
Right?
In order to,
which is great.
In order to do that.
I thought that one would catch you out.
I like that. In order to do that, let's figure out some of the ways in which we used to run the ball and have success. And guess who that involved? That involved number 5, Dave Montgomery. I don't know what the overall issue or what the overall deal is, but whatever the plan was for that, it hasn't worked enough to where you can continue to stay away from that. So this game, I would like to see Dave Montgomery. I would like to see mix up with Jahmyr Gibbs and J-Mo. Jahmyr Gibbs and Demo.
Dallas allows 125 yards per game on the ground.
I saw what Rico Dardell did to them. I saw what the Arizona Cardinals were able to do with no running, with a third string running back, if you will. So there is space there. They're not world beaters, but they're playing really good team complementary ball. You get them off scale on one side of the ball, makes it a little bit tough for that.
I got kind of a strange question for you guys, and I'm interested to hear your thoughts. I have been very critical of Jerry Jones because of his self-importance. Where's the camera? I'm right over here, everybody. Right? That kind of stuff. If they come back and reach the postseason, maybe even win the division, because they're not that far away.
Yeah.
With his moves, even though I was very critical of his move of Micah Parsons and how he handled it more than anything, which I thought was a joke, right? And the national narrative was what? Nobody's going to want to go there because of Jerry Jones and how he does. The Quentin Williams, getting Kenny Clark, trading for George Pickens, helping this team get to where it is, securing some draft picks. Is he in the running for general manager of the year? I know. That sounds stupid. Sounds crazy. I can't believe I said it out loud, especially after the stuff I've said about him. But the way this team has responded, I don't know how you ignore it.
I kind of want to see him again, man.
No, it doesn't sound stupid. Actually, it sounds like someone that knows the game. Someone's watching. Well, I'm saying the same myself. Yes, he should be in that running if it plays out this way. And don't let them finish, like you said, on the run where they close out, which would be 8 in a row when it's all said and done. Back in the day when Jerry was having success with the Dallas Cowboys, huge swings, huge risk, huge reward, and it paid off. And it paid off until it didn't. And I think somewhere along the way, Jerry watched that documentary on Netflix and said, "The hell with this." I gotta go back to that old stuff I was doing. Because Pam Bryant, well, let me not say Sean Iron, but trying to figure it out, waiting until the last second to pay guys every single year, which actually, by the way, is working for him.
Oh, man,
nah, something has to change. I can't rest on my laurels. I got to do something. I got to shake it up. I don't like this guy Mike anyway. Let's start getting this ball rolling.
Oh,
but
my God.
Huge swings, huge rewards. And one thing you said they can't get guys to come to Dallas. So you didn't have to worry about getting guys when you trade for them because they're there.
That's really
and
well
now
said.
when you're winning and people are kind of seeing, whether it's a Quentin Williams, whether it's a George Pickens, whether it's a Logan Wilson, you're like, oh, now I see what Dallas can be. This is what it is when you're winning. So, and it's a different head coach. And I say, look, our past was our past with the New York Jets, but what he's brought to this team in the mix with the players that he's gotten, it's something decent. It's something chill. So.
Yeah, we'll see if it continues. Kool-Aid, you were going to add?
Yeah, I was going to say Randall Smalls, our guy Randall Smalls, shout out,
Randall.
sent in 2 super chats here. I'm going to combine them. He says, Bray, shouldn't the Lions, one is $2, one's $5. Bray, shouldn't the Lions use their speed more? Could you see the Lions open up with both running backs in the backfield and motion them into the wide receiver spot?
That sounds good. Can you protect?
Yeah.
Ooh. What does the pass protection look like in that situation? So, that sounds amazing. There are things the Lions still can do. There are players that they still have. There are things they can expose about the Dallas Cowboys, but it depends on what that offensive line is going to look like. How are they going to pass protect? What chips, what things are they going to use? Remember early on in the year, they struggled against the Green Bay Packers, and they came back against the Bears and against the Browns and against the Bengals, and you saw some of that. Here, let's help Tate Ratledge in these situations. Let's help Christian Mahogany over there, Glasgow. Make sure you get your chip and then you get out, et cetera, et cetera. So what does the offensive line look like? What adjustments have they made? Because they're banged up. That offensive line is banged up. Awosika is banged up, if you will. They're waiting to see what he's going to do. So what the plan is for Hank Fraley, he needs to be a good one. But it all depends. All the offense, all the games, all the schemes, all the running in motion, all the getting J-Mo down the field. You talk about the play against the Eagles where, I want to see more plays like that where they score with J-Mo. That pass protection was very good on that play. Jared Goff made the right reads on that play. Those plays are in there, and that was against a really good defensive line. So where are you dialing into these consistently? How are you getting to these plays?
Can I say this too? I think – I don't want to get too far down the road where we're talking about a general manager and a coach. Somebody stopped me earlier today and said, if they don't make it, do you fire either one? And I thought, come on, man. I mean, let's be careful, okay? However, emotionally, you do have to think of and observe even closer than we already do, which is pretty tight, on what will they do to make this team better and to adjust. I am anxious to see how this team adjusts. How are they going to create more pressure? Have they done anything other than, well, you know what, we're just going to pin our ears back and see if we can get there? One of the more fascinating conversations I had with this person, it was in downtown Detroit at a market downtown, and they said, why do they always play man? Why don't they play more zone? Wouldn't that help them with the people who are rushing the quarterback? And I said exactly what Braylon said, and we'll get to that when we come back, okay? So stay with us. Marvin Jones Jr., the former Lion, is going to join us in the 3 o'clock hour. Let me tell you about Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning, can I? And then we'll talk about Smoothie King because, oh, my God, Smoothie King. Could you go for a smoothie right now? Could you go for an acai bowl right now?
I feel like that's probably the most flavorful way to stay healthy.
Yes.
I think that tastes a little bit better than broccolini.
Slightly
but
better
I like
than broccolini. I don't, but either way. You know what it requires in order for you to do that? You want to stay warm, right? You want to be nice and toasty. There's nothing better than coming home at the end of a long day of work and kind of curling up in your family room with a fire, knowing that you're going to be nice and warm and nice and secure, right? Well, Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning does that better than anybody because they are experts in providing heat. Air conditioning in the summer, you could use it, absolutely. Heating right now. It's cold out, man. It's like 24 degrees. I had a friend call me earlier today, and they said, hey, man, what's it like there? He's in San Diego. He said, it's 75 and breezy here. I go, it's 24. It's not that bad. He said, 24. I said, trust me, it's really not that bad, okay? But Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving Metro Detroit for over 40 years. Reliable service, treating you the way you deserve to be treated, the right way, professionally. Check out their new and their improved website, sharonsheating.com. Added a few customer-friendly options that'll really help you. Instant estimates for equipment replacement, and it's free. Online filter purchasing directly from their website.
Y'all need that.
They all need it, absolutely. And get this, if you're a DTE gas customer, you get a free furnace tune-up through the end of 2025. So the rest of this month, that's going to be available for you. Here's what you do. You call them today, 734-238-3805. That's 734-238-3805. Tell them Woodward Sports and the Braylon Edwards Show sent you.
Yeah. And you know what, man? That's right.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Hunting. And your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions. Jared Goff touchdowns. Amon-Ra first downs. Penny pancakes. Kirby picks. Gibbs big plays. And of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network. Woodward Sports. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports. Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions. Injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Michigan, are you ready? It's the biggest pickleball event of the year. The Woodward Sports Pickleball Open, January 9th through the 11th. Hey, it's now called the Open, and we got a couple extra days in here. And so, look, we're kicking this thing off with a bang. And I heard from Mr. Brendan that they're thinking of having me and Mr. KG on the same team. I think that's dubs, man. That's dubs. But if you want to be a part of this, get a jump on this information by scanning that QR code.
There'll be a lot of talking on that team.
You already know Trash Talk Supremo, man. I'm gonna be on my beef stew, man. Friday night, 7:30, the Woodward Sports Celebrity Tournament hits the court. All 4 shows are throwing down, plus local celebs, and it's all broadcast live. Then the real battle begins. 3 days of non-stop pickleball. Men's, women's, mixed, and singles divisions. This is where champions are made. Sign up now at pickleballtournaments.com or call Wicked Pickle at 734-331-3451.
If you're feeling a little sore after that, go to Massage Chair House. Are you looking to upgrade your relaxation game? Check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest, with the top brands for massage chairs like Ofinity and Osaki, located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. Experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. Book a visit at www.massagechairhouse.com or scan the QR code. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
And we back.
All right, we're coming back here. We got some more super chats we want to get to. Braylon's top 10. We do that on a weekly basis. Marvin Jones Jr., the former Lions wide receiver, former Bengals wide receiver, former Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver, will be in studio. Join us at around 3:15 or so. So really excited for that.
Might be even a little
Very
sooner.
excited.
Maybe a little bit sooner. Truly one of the better guys you'll meet. I mean, just an absolute great dude. Absolutely great guy. Had the privilege of covering him for a long, long time while he was here in Detroit. Very productive, too, in playing that position. So before we get to Braylon's top 10, let's get to another super chat, shall we?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it's from our guy, Michael Wary, in the chat, sends in a $5 super chat. Says, since our O-line is struggling, how about using misdirection to keep them off balance? You won't need a lot of blocking.
You still need blocking, but that is actually a good point, though. You know, some misdirection could help them out a lot, keep the guys off, because, you know, you're always trying to find where's the ball, and in that little brief moment that you're looking for the ball is not, it's nowhere near where you think it is. So misdirection can be a good one. Misdirection can be a good one. But once again, you got to start You got to start somewhere. And I think just the intention. Because the offensive line is going to be what it is, but just what's the intention, what's the attitude? Remember that Vikings game?
Yeah.
Remember what we talked about? They got embarrassed up front. I think this is a similar game for them. It doesn't matter if it's Quentin Williams or Kenny Clark. Like, you still got to show that you belong in this league. They're NFL offensive linemen, and they're going to play with a type of fire behind them. I've seen Hank Fraley have some rough days when I was with the Cleveland Browns, but I saw what that energy was that week in practice. I saw what that energy was that following Sunday or the next time that we got out there on the gridiron. So they will be much more physical, and expect, especially the first half, expect this Lions offensive line to play well. And I think for them, the focus is going to be on the interior. Like, that's where they're great at. It's not outside rush. It's not Micah Parsons. It's not Gerard Verse. It's not outside guys. Their outside guys are average at best. So that's where they can focus their energy. And I think that can help them if Jared Goff can get outside a little bit. I'm not saying take off and run. I'm talking about just get outside the pocket with the shoulders. Move the shoulders, move the pocket a little bit. Stuff that I saw him do as a Detroit Lion, things that I saw him do as a Los Angeles Ram. Move out the pocket a little bit and hit some of these passes.
I'd love for them to get an early lead. They seem like they have been swimming upstream on a pretty regular basis, even against the Giants when they won. Trailing the entire game can take its toll on you a little bit, and I think that team, that's exactly what's happened to them as of late. So thanks for the Super Chats. Any more before we move on into the top 10 for Braylon's
I'm
latest
seeing
top 10?
so much support and so much love for D-Mont right now, man. That's what I'm saying. I just wanted to add, I do believe that when we talk about this team's identity and all the players that they're losing, I think right now when you're searching to find some type of consistency, I think that's a great point by you, Braylon. Go with something that's been consistent for you in the past, and it also coincides with what you say you are, gritty and tough, and in the trenches you say you want to win that war. David Montgomery, I'm hoping that he's a guy that they can really get going, because it has been inconsistent all season.
The difference, too, with Demo as well as Jahmyr Gibbs, look, Jahmyr Gibbs can hit the home run. Demo can hit the home run. We've seen him have long runs. Sure. But Jahmyr can hit it. Jahmyr's ability to score from wherever he is on the football field, whether it's 77, whether it's 8, at 100%, you said I had to get back on that one. But, so sometimes, especially now, when the Lions are struggling, Jahmyr's looking to hit a home run every time because he has to hit a home run every time is how he feels. So a lot of times when there may be 4 yards there, Shep, do I want 4 or am I trying to find 50? Do I want 3 and just move forward, or am I trying to find 60 yards? D. Montgomery's not looking for the 60 yards.
Or am I going to run some people over a little bit?
And that's what Demo brings. Yeah. Like, he's like, if Demo scores a 70-yard touchdown, it's because it was a 70-yard touchdown. He didn't look for it. It happened. Yeah. He's looking for, where's the hole? Boom. Where can I apply some pressure? Boom. Where can I run physical? Boom. Where can I follow the guy? Boom. And I think that's what they haven't had, is that physical, just running there. I'm getting 3-4 yards. You give me 3-4 yards on first down, I'll take that.
Hell yeah. He's averaging 4.5.
Here we go. Now we're in 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6.
Yeah.
Better options.
It's a lot better than being behind the chains and constantly going looking at third down or first
second
down
and 10,
15.
It's 2nd and 10, but it's like, oh, man, I just missed that hole by that much.
Yeah.
This isn't one of those games where I missed the hole by that much. This is a game I want as many yards as I can get in this game, and the physicality to be there.
Fired up for it for sure, and fired up that Marvin Jones Jr. is coming in and going to join us here shortly. With that said, let's get to your top 10 for the week. This changes on a regular basis because different teams impress at different times, right? So what do we got? Let's take a look at this, and it's a really cool graphic, actually. Let's take a look at this and why.
Yeah, and we got the individuals, too.
Okay. Yeah, you want me to go individually?
Let's go individual.
Go individual. Oh. Okay, well. So much for individual.
Well, they didn't see it.
No, I don't.
The fans didn't see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fans aren't seeing it yet. All
there
right.
we go.
Let's
there we go.
Here we go. There. Well done. Thank you, bro. All right, number 10.
10 is the Philadelphia Eagles. Still 8 wins on the season, 8-4. They haven't been very good the last month, but they still are 8-4. They still lead their division. They still control their destiny and their defense. The defense is just waiting for their offense to give them something. If that happens, Eagles can be a much better version of what they are, but right now they are not. So they're number 10.
And they've lost 2 in a row.
Yeah.
They are still, believe it or not, 7-3 in the conference.
Yeah.
So that eventually comes down to some type of tiebreaker that could be it. All right, number 9.
And they're gonna be a lot of people at 7-3 in the conference. Number 9 is the Texans.
All right.
I snuck the Texans in here.
You did.
Texans, same record as the Lions, 7-5. But it seems like they're playing. First of all,
Even C.J. Stroud is surprised.
all season. He like, who us?
Us? You're looking at me?
You talking about us? You got us ahead of the Eagles? But no, they had a good win last week. There's 2 weeks. Good win last week. They're 7-5, and then it's a division where you start to look at what's going on with the Colts. Colts haven't necessarily looked like themselves. You got some injuries to Daniel Jones. I like that defense. You love that defense. That defense has played lights out all season long, and now you got C.J. Stroud, who appears to be healthy. So I got them at number 9.
Their offensive line has been a lot better as of late. That's for sure. All right, number 6.
Number 8.
Or number 8. I'm sorry.
There we go. Number 8. Well, he's got an 8 in his number.
What?
What's the problem?
I'll tell you in a minute. Go ahead.
What's the problem? what's
the number 1 seed in the NFC right now is at number 8. Okay, I'm interested to hear.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they played some really good ball. They beat some okay teams. Look, I appreciate what Ben Johnson is doing. He's really got this team buying in. Defense has been much better. Offensive line and the run game have been really good. I just don't completely believe in the Bears. And when I'm constructing my list is based on what I believe you're going to do down the line too. And it's a mixture of that. So I could have acted hyperbolic, and maybe I should have. My apologies, but I'm not rewarding them more so for what they're doing. I'm rewarding them for what I see.
Okay. That's well said. You don't have to apologize for anything. I mean, your eyes tell most people about football better than anybody else's. But that's a team that's won 5 in a row. I don't like them. Period. All right. I'm not going to try and stick up for them. They've won 5 in a row. They're really good in the conference. Their defense is really good. Their offense is a little shaky at times, but their offensive line is really good, and you've said that about them. So that's an interesting choice at number 8, considering their record and their seeding. We will get through the top 5, and then if you don't mind, we'll pause once we get to number 6.
We can pause here.
Okay. You don't mind pausing here? Or you want to get to 7 and 6?
We can do 7 and 6.
Let's do 7 and 6, and then we'll get Marvin Jones Jr. in here.
As it relates to the Bears, 100%. I just want to say they have won 5 in a row. They beat a bad Eagles team. They beat Steelers team that's falling apart. Steelers somehow scored 28 on the Chicago Bears team, by the way. Yeah. The Vikings, they beat them on the last drive, 19-17, and then they beat the Giants 20-24. So and then beat the Bengals 42-40 what? Yeah. 42-47. So when I look at it like that, I'm like,
that's a good point.
I'm like, congrats on the wins. It's hard to win in this league.
Yeah, you're not taking it away from
nothing.
Them. Right.
However,
but it hasn't impressed you. I like that. It's a great explanation. All right, Dallas is at 7. Who's at Ford Field tonight?
Yeah, meanwhile, they're 6-5-1. Look, I just like what they're doing. I think they're clicking on all cylinders, and it's about when you come around. And right now, the momentum is everyone's healthy except the left tackle. They're playing outstanding ball on both sides of the field, and they're just coming together. You know, I've talked about them for like a month.
I bet you have. I bet you they have. If you had to take a poll, they've got, with their 2 wide receivers and a tight end, they're in the conversation for the best trio of receiving players on one specific team. Dak Prescott, I like that on his wristband. Ask for help. That's really cool. Great shots, by the way, Brendan. One more before we bring in Marvin Jones Jr., and we'll get to the top 5 a little bit later on. Number 6, who is it?
Number 6. Hold on.
Okay.
Seattle Seahawks. It's one of those situations. It's kind of like you're going to quiz me after I said the Bears. I got them in there. Their defense is lights out.
Yeah.
Like what that defense is, Mike McDonald's team, he has that defense operating at a ridiculous clip. He got some really good moves in the offseason with Dexter Lawrence as well as the big fella Leonard Williams. It's going well for them. And then Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith in jig with them. But the issue is that offense. And when they've played really good defenses, Sam Darnold and the offense have gotten exposed. So they're 6 now, but yeah, that will change potentially.
Their last 4 wins are against the Commanders, Cardinals, Titans, and Vikings.
Yep.
And lost to the Rams. But you're convinced, too, because of the amount of points perhaps that they surrendered. They only gave up 21 to the Rams.
I think their defense is where I put them ahead of the Bears, their defense is much better than the Bears right now.
I don't disagree with that. And Jackson Smith and Jigba still unbelievable. All right, speaking of wide receivers, when we come back, Marvin Jones Jr. will join us. Excited for the former Lion to step into the studio on the Braylon Edwards Show after this from Les Stanford and Jack's Car Wash. Les Stanford, this is a really good time of year to look at some cars, whether you want to lease it or buy it, and Les Stanford is the place to go because of their inventory. Check out those deals right there, including the 2026 Hummer EV for as low as just $699, the Silverado Crew Cab LT for as low as $159, and the 25 edition of the Cadillac Optic for only $449 for their inventory. Check them out, lesstanford.com.
Jack's Car Wash. We've partnered up with them, and it's amazing. You know, I love Jack's Car Wash to talk about all the time. You should pull up on it, too. The sun's out. It'll be a great day to get a car wash. In fact, how about we get you started? Text WSN to 888-522-1729. Again, that's WSN to 888-522-1729. Best car wash in the state, 40 locations all around. You get that unlimited plan. You can go wherever you want, whenever you want. Pull up on Jack's. It's the car wash for you.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
If you want to know football, you want to know wide receiver position, but maybe more importantly, you just want to be around good people, this is the place to be because we've got the host, Braylon Edwards, and, of course, and Marvin Jones, who led the National Football League in 2017, led the National Football League in yards per catch. You look as good now as you did when you played, and I know that's a bit of a cliche because I said it to Braylon a lot. You look like you could still play. You literally look like you could still play.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How's the body? How do you feel?
It's amazing, you know. I never stopped training because I have the kids, you know. You know, the kids are in football. My oldest, he's about to go into his senior year. You know, doing college tours. So, you know, they keep me on my toes. And I have dogs too. I have a Cane Corso, so I have to be strong. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So.
Side note, what do you mean? You literally can still play? Like I can't still play.
Oh, you literally can too.
I tell Braylon all the time he can still play, but you literally can still play.
Yeah. It's both. It's both. You're both literally can still play.
Let's do it. Come on. Let's do it, man.
Talk about the kids, man. Talk about the journey that you got on. Obviously, you got two. I want to say. Boys?
I have three boys. I have six. Still have the six kids.
That's what I'm about to say. Yeah. The boys that are on that level, you know, now you're going through that process. You're training with them. Talk about what it is, because we went through it, but now you're on the other side of that. You're on the father side of that. What's that like?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, you know. And I think that when I was playing, you know, they couldn't really get that full spectrum of training, you know, just because, you know, they'd be like, hey, daddy, what should I do? I was like, okay, do this. Yeah. Can you send me something? But now that I'm here and I'm there every day, like I was just telling you, like me and my son, we're getting up at 5:30, you know, before he goes to school, before he drives to school, we're getting up at 5:30 and we're doing workouts. He said he wants to do 2-a-days. He just finished his season, had a crazy season over there in La Jolla. And he said, Daddy, let's do 2-a-days. So I'm like, okay, 5:30. I'm not gonna get you up. You better have your ASS here right, in the gym. We have a home gym, and so we do that. And then when he comes home, we do it again. So we're upper body, lower body, and just having that time with them. You know, that time that normally you know, we wouldn't have. It feels amazing, man. There's nothing better than that. So I'm enjoying myself for sure.
That smile, for sure. I was so fortunate to cover you for the 6 years you were here in Detroit. But the thing that I always noticed about you more than just your talent on the football field is how you were so engaging with people who were fans of the Lions and fans of you, and your commitment to the community. What else are you teaching your kids about the game of sports or the game of football and sports in general that allows them to give back?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, I think they lived it. You know, just me being here, or actually being in Cincinnati, me going to the Friday Night Lights and all the games, like going on Twitter and like, hey, which game should we pull up? You know, so I think I've always been engaged in the community in that manner. And obviously, you know, I have my wife here, and down the street we had nothing but cakes that we had for about 3 or 4 years. So it was always our goal to be in the community and show the fans that, you know, that we're here and not just on the field, and take off the helmet and really engage with them. And you know, this is my first time coming back since I've left, and I'll be right there in the stands, you know, with the fans. So you know, hopefully they still remember me. So
they'll remember you for sure.
Absolutely. You're a big playmaker, man. You made big plays and like that, yards per catch. That's something that Robert Series we astound to do, and you did it well. I was gonna ask her a question, man. Give her a microphone. Like,
come on, babe.
Was it hard dealing with him when he retired? Did he get on your nerves?
Jasmine had to get used to some things,
Come
right?
on, babe.
A lot of my friends' wives that retired, the wives like, oh my God, after 2 months, get him out of the house, go do something. Go do something.
What was that like, Jasmine?
I would say no. I'm happy to have him home.
Boy.
I put all the weight on him. Like, hey, can you take the kids to school? Hey, like, I give everything to him now. It's your turn. I kind of brush my hands and hand it off to him. So
respect.
I'm very excited.
That's really cool.
That.
Yeah. I have nothing bad to say.
I do take the kids. You know, I take the kids to school. Get up, take the kids after the workout. Pick them up, you know, whatever needs to be done. That's pretty much what I do.
That never gets old, does it?
Never
Especially
does,
because of the amount of training that it took you for you to be able to be involved in their lives like that. That's probably pretty important.
Yes, and I mean, obviously, you know, it's when you have that idle time, it's like, shoot, I need to do something. Or let's get out. But we have a lot of help at home. With mother-in-laws, cousins, you know, stuff like that. So me and Jasmine, we've been traveling. Okay. We definitely been traveling a lot.
Always shit for love.
And yeah, for sure. You know, our kids are grown, so you know, Marvin could take everybody to, you know, where they need to be and stuff like that. So when I get the itch, I'm like, babe, let's go. We need to go somewhere.
That's really cool. Speaking of, you know, I guess there's no easy transition. Let's switch to the game tonight. I know you'll be in attendance, talk about this Lions team, not necessarily achieving what people thought they would do. But where are you with this team currently? Some injuries, some things, the whole nine. What would you assess the Detroit Lions currently 7-5, third in their division?
Well, I think it's tricky, but it's also beautiful in the sense that, hey, there's you know, stuff has happened. You know, there's injuries, and you know that happens in the league and stuff like that. But now the challenge is right now is like the will, like who has the will? That next man who's coming up, who knows the magnitude this right smack in the not the middle. We're not in the middle. We're in December.
Yeah.
And normally in December that this is when you're supposed to be playing your best football. And it's gonna be tough, but I think I love the Lions, man.
Yeah.
I love
I can
watching them
tell.
play. I love watching them play. The kind of the playmakers that we have, I think we have the playmakers. I think we have the coaching and the attitude to get through what we need to get through. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough, and there's gonna be bumps in the road just later on in the season like this. But it's like you got to get everybody back. You got to get everybody back.
But their
for
offense
sure.
looks different, right, than it does a year
does.
ago. What do you notice is the biggest difference from last year to this year?
Well, I think in terms of, I'm not gonna say like the creative side.
Okay.
Everybody knows how Ben Johnson is. Ben Johnson. He's a good friend of mine, and this dude will wake up and be like, "Oh, I got to play." You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So I think it's more of a traditional aspect in play calling.
Okay.
But my thing is when you have the players that we have that Detroit has, you really it's about the players. Like you could draw up anything, but it's like who's gonna make it work. And we have a lot of people that can make it work, But it's just a hard time right now with the injuries But it's just I have nothing bad to say about none of the play calling. I mean, they're putting up crazy points, and it has to be consistent.
No, we would never make you say anything bad about the play call. And, looking at the Lions, you talk about those players. They definitely have some really good players. 11 of the Lions players are ranked in the top 10 at their position. One of those players being Jamison Williams as a fellow wide receiver. What do you see when you watch J-Mo? What do you see as a wideout, and what do you see in terms of some of the mishaps that J-Mo might have here or there?
So, like, I'm a big fan of J-Mo, and I was here when J-Mo was going on his second year, I believe, and just to see that growth, and when I was in, I seen the potential, and I tried to do when I was there everything, give him everything for him to make that smooth transition, to eliminate gray area and stuff like that, and I think he did it very well. Obviously, he's a playmaker.
Yeah.
Like the dude's fast. He's still young, and there's some mishaps and stuff like that. But just getting the ball in his hand is of utmost importance, So I think he's got a long career ahead of him, and he's just going to continue to mature and continue to make those plays.
While you were here, you caught passes from Matthew Stafford, who at age 37 might be having his finest year of his career in Los Angeles in the MVP conversation. What has surprised you maybe this year about how good he has been, even though he had a back injury during training camp?
Yeah, I don't think anything surprised me about 9.
Really?
He's been the same guy.
That's the right 9, by the way.
Oh,
That's the right 9, not the 9 in Minnesota. But go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, about Staff. Yeah, I don't think I've ever called him Staff before. I've always called him 9. So.
Oh, have you really? Okay.
But Stafford, nothing surprised me with him. He's obviously so ingrained into that system with Sean McVay that it's crazy. Like the dude could throw passes with his eyes closed at this point. Yeah, he does. I've seen it. Trust me.
Yeah.
But I think the relationship between him and Sean McVay is one for the books. I think they're so in tune in terms of their preparation, and they know what they need to get done. And I think that's why it looks so easy for him right now at age 37. He's had that back here too, but
Sure.
I think that sunshine is
it's a little different out
the
there.
sunshine is
The
a little
air
different out there. That cold air is not hitting his back, but yeah.
And piggyback on that question and asking, then Kool-Aid has a super chat. We'll read somebody showing some love in the chat. Matt Stafford, you played with him here, and you saw what he was. You saw the talent every day in Allen Park. You knew he was like that. You knew he was cold like that. But it doesn't seem like the national media has seen him until he got to L.A., until Sean McVay, and now they look at him totally different. Is he the same quarterback to you as he was here in Allen Park as he is now with Sean McVay? Just different offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I think in terms of obviously the arm talent, the way he goes about his preparation, just what he does on the field, I think he is the same.
Okay.
But that's the thing, is like we don't in Detroit, you don't get as much media as you get
LA,
you know,
New
in that
York.
with the hype train and like the the Dallases, the LA, the
Chicago,
New Yorks,
Philly.
the Chicago, Philly, you know, those are big brands, you know, and I think that's why I love Detroit so much, because I was kind of like that, you know, throughout my career. It's like you put up the big numbers and you do all the flashy plays, but you know, I'm in Cincinnati, I'm in Detroit, Jacksonville, you know,
Even at Cal.
Yes,
Yeah.
even at Cal. So I guess I would just, you know, I was always the blue that hard worker, you know what I'm saying, and I didn't need affirmation, you know, to go out and do whatever I needed to do. So if I would have made the same plays in a New York or a Dallas or whatever, now you're talking about different. The reach is different, but that's something I never cared about, and that's something staff never cared about, because he cared about the city so much. You know what I'm saying? It's like obviously he could have moved and went other places and stuff like that, but there's a different energy in Detroit, that if you're a Detroit type guy, then that's who you're rocking with, you know. So I think it's an adjustment in obviously the media, you know, the place, the location, and quite frankly, him and Sean McVay they're killing. It's historic, you know, how them two work together. So I think it's definitely that as well. Just being more in tune, no gray area. Like, you know what I want, and I know what you want, and this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna get those type of players to surround that. So
that's why I've always loved being from Detroit and then playing in the NFL. Whenever I would talk to cats around the league that weren't from Detroit, played for the Lions, they always loved Detroit.
Yeah,
like
everybody.
Like always.
It's
like it was
crazy.
always a conversation.
Really?
They see me, yo, B man, why you ain't tell me your city was like this, that.
That's
and
cool.
third. Kool-Aid.
I like hearing that.
Hit them with that super
Oh
chat.
yeah, definitely, man. They're showing you some love in the chat right now. They definitely know you in Detroit, brother. I ain't say that. Sends in a $5 super chat. He says, Marv, you brought me so much joy when the Lions weren't really worth a dang. He said, great crazy catches, number 11, man. He appreciates you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that for sure. It was a great time here. You know, had some great moments, some great highlight catches. That'll be in my memory. And I know I'm in San Diego now, but you won't believe how many Detroit Lions fans and people from Detroit out there in San Diego saying, you know, I was at this game, or you know, my son. It's literally crazy. There's a Lions bar in San Diego. I might see y'all if you ever go. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everywhere I go, there's everybody from Detroit. And it's just all big love,
What up, though?
Hey, still repping that Honolulu blue and silver.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's really cool. Without trying to get too deep, but I always enjoyed our conversations, especially during training camp, because I mean you're beyond what a lot of people are in being able to address different topics. How did playing football help you become a better father?
Yeah, I think it's and that's a good question, because I think you know, the structure, I think the structure is the big thing, you know, just because a lot of the times when you're playing sports, or even like anywhere, everywhere, it's like you have to get up. You have to get up at 6 a.m. Like, you have to get up to change the diaper. You got to get up, and like you have to do it, you know, if you want things to work out, obviously. And I'm talking football and a baby, but it's just growing and being a man about everything that goes in with fatherhood, everything that goes in with your business, being on the schedule. And even though sometimes I was like, I don't want to get up, you have to, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you're not going to make it, you know? So I think just that transition and just finding the joy in everything, enjoying in all processes, I think that's been one of the factors for me. And obviously I've been a dad for a long time now. But I think that's been that joy, you know, that joy of waking up and doing what you want to do. And it's synonymous for sure.
You're 77 degrees, man, and light breeze. It makes it a little bit easier.
a little bit easier. Yeah.
That was good.
Yes, sir.
Love it, man. Love it.
Yeah.
Well, you look great. I'm glad your family's doing well. It's awesome to see you. Lions fans loved everything you did here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Did you feel like you missed an opportunity when you were here? Did this team in general miss an opportunity to be better than what could have been?
You know, I would say this: every team has a window, you know, and I still genuinely feel like there's a window here. But there's also a sense of we got to get it done because it'll slip, you know. And I dealt with that in Cincinnati when we had the team.
Did you feel like you dealt with that here too?
I feel like I definitely dealt with it here.
Yeah.
You know, but I think going on my last year here, definitely I knew I was like, yeah, this is a Super Bowl team, and it has to be, you know, just because I mean it's football, like it's you get one year, and then if you have that ultimate success, which I think it wasn't ultimate, but it was crazy success. Yeah. People are gonna leave, you know, and that's just the name of the game, you know. So once people leave, that's when everything starts to change, you know, and that's when the window starts diminishing. So
can't pay everybody.
Can't pay everybody, but I think there's legitimately still a window, but it's go time, you know, and it starts today. Let's do it.
Amen to that. That's great stuff. From a guy who doesn't believe in windows, I hear where you're coming from.
For sure.
Appreciate you having me over.
Hey, thanks for always. Thanks for having
me.
It's great to have you. 100%. We'll talk.
And it's great to have your wife.
Always.
Okay.
Yes, always.
And all the best to your kids.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. He really is one of the best guys. One of the best athletes we've had here in this town. He is.
Let's do it.
That was
the nicest guy too.
And
he can sing.
Oh,
and he can sing.
Well, am I wrong? I thought you were you not just singer? Were you not just on? Were you on TV too? Were you not an actor?
That was a while ago.
Or modeling? Was it modeling? It was modeling.
All the above.
It was probably doing something, you know.
Oh yeah, I know it was something. I just can't remember.
I'm trying to stay away from the media right now, but you know, it's trying to reel me back in. But you know, you never know.
Listen to guy.
Hey, listen. Today's day and age, it's about players. It's about you guys making your own brands. Braylon's done a really good job with it. You could do it too.
Too soon.
Listen,
we get drafted in 2015, man. You know what I'm saying? 05 was early.
Marvin Jones Jr. with us here on the Braylon Edwards Show. We're back after this. We're going to hear from Dr. Pierce and Buddies too. Yesterday, Buddies came in here. Man, were they help us? That was really good stuff.
Some of that
so Dr. Pierce, rather.
Hey, Dr. Pierce, Dr. Price, Dr. Somebody. He's the
somebody.
injury
Doc,
insider. He's here. I see him right now. He's to the right now. You can scan that QR code above. You take out. Mr. Jones, you guys have an amazing time. Trust the guy that we trust. And that is Dr. Pierce, the Injury Insider, 248-426-9944. Scan the QR code. He can make sure that you can get back to your optimal performance, your peak performance, whatever that is. Sometimes we get nicks and bruises, but Doc will make sure you get diagnosed with the right situation. Call him, Michigan Sports and Spine, the guy we trust. And actually, we will see him in probably 10 minutes. Dr. Jeff Pierce.
A Foursquare one-topping pizza voucher for every $50 gift card purchase through the end of 2025, and they've got great deals going on right now. Use the promo code HOLIDAY20 if you want to host your own dine-in or party package. $15 per person. It's at buddiespizza.com/catering today.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them, and that's not very nice.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Their plans is Sizzle, head to Black Rock Bar and Grill, home of the steak on a stone. What we should have started with, though, is if you go to Black Rock and you mention Woodward Sports Network, which we are right now, 20% off the bill. I don't know about you, but 20% off the bill is a good deal to me. They also launched a whole new menu with returning favorites and some of the newest ways to sizzle. Prime sirloins are here to stay. Not just a meal, it's a top rock experience. All you can eat platters for just $20. Told you about if you mention Woodward Sports. 20% off the bill. I figured I'd just say it twice. Black Rock Bar and Grill, a sizzle above the ground.
Speaking of sizzle, you want to look like you're sharp and you're sizzling anytime you're walking around town. You need a haircut, and Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men is the place to come. Walk in, sign in, and before you know it, you're out handsome and you are clean. Lady Jane's open 10 till 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It is wicked awesome.
And we back.
Dr. Jeffrey Pierce will be joining us here shortly. We have a very special presentation. Can't wait to get to that. So we will hustle through the final 5 of Braylon's top 10. Get a pick before we're out of here on Lions and Cowboys tonight in a massive matchup on Thursday Night Football.
Oh my.
Before we left off, Braylon had Philadelphia at 10, right?
No. Philadelphia was at...
Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, they were 10.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So Philadelphia was at 10. Well, we had just left off. Number 6 was Seattle.
Seattle.
So who's number 5?
Ooh, bring the list up, if you will. Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. I'm not... Still trying to figure out Bo Nix as a quarterback. Still trying to figure him out as a starting guy. I think it's fair to say everybody is. They tend to struggle in the first half, and they get really strong in the second half, especially the fourth quarter. But that defense there's no mistaking that. And now they've gotten Patrick Surtain back. 9 and what are they? 10-2.
They are 10-2 and winners of 9 in a row.
100%. You cannot take that lightly. So I think they're a team. And once again, when you start to get into the playoffs, what's going to separate these teams is defensive. It's going to be defensive play. It's going to be quarterback play, and it's coaching. Well, you look at the Broncos, check to Sean Payton, check to the defense, and you got a quarterback that he may be figuring it out. So 5, I think, is good for them.
There are only 2 teams in the AFC that give up fewer points than the Denver Broncos. The Rams and the Seahawks. Impressive stuff.
100%.
All right, number 4.
Number 4.
4. Oh.
Snuck Josh Allen up in there.
You did. This surprises me.
Sneaky.
You are. You can be sneaky.
Sneaky. I look at Josh Allen and I look at it like this. Am I a huge fan of the Buffalo Bills? What's up, Doc? No, not necessarily. But what it is this. Josh Allen is unmistakable, the ability that he has. Unmistakable, the talent. And then it's December. You know what happens in December? You got to run the ball a little bit more. Who they running the ball with? James Cook, one of the best running backs in the league. So I think their defense has gotten a bit better. I think you have Josh Allen, Sean McDermott, and you have that run game. I think that's what can carry them into December. Maybe even make a late charge to what the New England Patriots are going to do. Maybe.
Only the Patriots and Colts score more than Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills in the AFC. Yeah. All right, so number 3 now.
Who would you guess is 3?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if you believe in the Patriots or the Rams at 1 or 2. And number 3, well, you can't have Jacksonville in there. That's impossible.
Jacksonville actually was my number 10 team, and I stayed away from it.
Okay, I'm going to throw this out there. I could be way off base. I'm going to say Green Bay.
Coming in at number 3.
I got it right.
The Green Bay Packers. I'm not going to – I didn't want to be hyperbolic with them because I was looking at this, and I was like, can I put them 1? Could you see the Green Bay Packers being 1?
No, I can't.
I'm being funny. Why not, out of curiosity?
I don't believe in their offense.
Yeah,
and
same.
there's a friend of mine who told me this probably 3 weeks ago, that as much as he respects Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary in the defense, he's not buying the offense led by Jordan
He's right.
Love.
And he's absolutely right.
That's
like,
you.
I think at 100%. That's why I say he's right. That's what. Well, I didn't know. I'm lying. But no, the offense. You don't buy him consistently. Legitimately, you saw him lose to Arizona 3 weeks. Not Arizona, but the Carolina Panthers, who beat the Cowboys as well as the Lions.
Beat the Rams.
As well as the Rams. But they looked a little bit different against the Detroit Lions. It looked a little bit better for them, and that defense is just so mean. And Matt LaFleur is the guy that's been there. So 3 is a good spot for them.
It's a good matchup this weekend, isn't it? Green Bay and Chicago.
Hell yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to that.
I am
all
too,
right?
because you'll see Chicago go to 3, or you'll see Green Bay go to 1. I'm joking. And then 2.
2 is okay. Well, there it is. The Rams.
Now I have to preface this. I think the Rams are a better team.
I know you do.
I do think the Rams are a better team, but I would be disrespectful if I took away what the New England Patriots have done. They're 11-2, number 1 record in the league, all the things they've done, how good that defense is, and even how Drake May is playing. So, we took the L down there in Carolina, so I'll bump them 1. I still think they're the best team in the league. I think it's a one-off. It's still the best team in the league, and I think it's a one-off.
Best team in the NFC, that's for sure.
It's not even close.
And it's not just because of him, by the way. It's not just because of Devontae Adams. It's not just because of Puka Nacua.
No, it's not.
It's not because of their tag team running backs, right? Blake Corum and Kyron Williams.
Ball.
It's because of their defense. Jared Durst and that defense
has
been really, really good. Yeah. So New England's number 1. Drake May has made a very strong case, and he's done it rather humbly. He's made a very strong case for MVP. Whether he is or not doesn't really matter. The defense is good. Overall, the balance on this team, they're so far ahead of schedule.
I think, unfortunately for Stafford, and the year he has is electric, and he's the story. Everything is about storylines. Stafford's the quarterback. He left Detroit where it was horrible, and they didn't give him any help, which is the narrative, not necessarily true. They didn't give him any help. He goes to the Rams. He wins the Super Bowl. Only thing he needs now is MVP. So keep an eye out on that, because I think storylines matter in politics. But if you just want to talk about an MVP candidate, as of right now, Drake May has rightfully put himself in first place. He leads the league in passing yards with 3,400. Like, he is taking care of the football this year. Still doesn't have a 300-yard game. Guess what? Doesn't need one. He's averaging 280 yards a game.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
And he hasn't 300 yards this year, but he leads the league. And he's not turning the ball over.
Right.
And it's consistent. And it's I won't say effortless. Nothing is effortless, but it's very rhythmic. It's very fluid. Like, he's a guy that doesn't, he misses, and guess what? It's over. It's on to the next play.
Also leads the league in completion percentage.
So when you look at it, and also he doesn't have, and I don't knock people for having weapons. You're supposed to have weapons.
Yeah.
He doesn't have Puka. He doesn't have Devontae Adams. He doesn't have a Kyron Williams, which I don't understand why Sean McVay won't use Kyron Williams. Like, that behooves me. He doesn't have that. He's got guys, you're trying to figure it out.
Answer me this. Why has he been sacked 40 times? Because only Cam Ward and Geno Smith have been sacked more often than Drake May.
I think a lot of mobile quarterbacks tend to get sacks. Like
Okay.
they've changed the sack policies and getting out of the pocket a little bit. Those still count as sacks. I think guys that can run, mobile quarterbacks, if you will, they tend to make more moves to try to make something happen. A lot of times they still, they get sacked.
Okay.
I think a lot of times too, when you can move, and you see it happen with Lamar, he's a little hurt this year, but even when he wasn't, they think they can wait till the longest possible second because they have that ability to run, because they have a little quick twitch fiber in there somewhere else. So a lot of times they wait too long.
Okay. All right.
they wait
That's
a little
good.
too late.
That's really good info.
Yeah.
Okay, when we come back, it's a heartwarming moment. I know it's the holidays, but Dr. Pierce is here to make somebody's year, not just during the Christmas holidays, but make their year. Dr. Jeffrey Pierce joins us on the other side of the Braylon Edwards Show after this from Smoothie King and Caesars Sportsbook.
Had a really good meeting.
Good.
Today as it relates to that.
With
And
the
I'm
folks at
excited for
Smoothie
what it
King?
was. Yo, you know what time it is? It's your boy Be Easy, and I want to invite you to be part of something special. It is the Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week. We do it every Friday, and tomorrow will be no different. So excited for it. I won't even let it go. I'll wait till tomorrow. Every Friday, we give a shout out to an outstanding student athlete. But the deal is, they got to be from Southeast Michigan. They got to bring that hustle, leadership, and they have to be a big impact to the community. Scan this QR code above my head, and you can nominate your Detroit area high school athlete today, and we can make him or her the Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week. We appreciate our partnership with Smoothie King as well as the League Foundation. And don't forget, pull up on Smoothie King, because the new menu, the real fruit, the real ingredients, now that's the stuff that gets you refueled.
And now let's hear from Caesars Sportsbook. If I told you could place any bet up to $1,000, and if you lose, you get that bet back, would you think I'm crazy? Scan this QR code, enter the code Woodward1000, and if your first bet doesn't hit, you'll get your deposit bet back up to $1,000. That's right, up to $1,000 back just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet just $20. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward1000 or scan the QR code on the screen.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports not to drop the ball. Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got to call everybody.
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com. Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions. Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com.
Back on the Braylon Edwards Show. Glad you're with us on this really important Thursday with the Lions and the Cowboys downtown. And, of course, the Red Wings are also playing. They're playing the Columbus Blue Jackets. Let's welcome in our friend, Dr. Jeffrey Pierce. Doc, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
You look good. You got the Athletes Unlimited pullover on. You're looking sharp as always.
Got to support the cause.
Absolutely.
We have a big day today.
Yeah, and we've got a big announcement coming up, too, because a good friend of yours is in town, and I want to talk to him because he's coming in right now. But first, let me ask you about Amon-Ra St. Brown. What's your gut tell you about the ankle injury and whether or not he plays tonight against Dallas?
You know, the big announcement of that wasn't, I predicted it was a high ankle sprain, which was more concerning, which more typically would have put him out for the game. Usually a regular sprain, we should be able to tape it up, give him some secret sauce, and get him back out there. The question is now, is he going to have purposeful minutes? Okay. Have we announced if he's playing tonight?
I think it's a game time decision. Yep.
So I can't not see him not playing today, at least trying to make a go of it, because if it is a low ankle sprain, we should be able to cast, pretty much tape him up into a casting position.
Okay.
But like I said, when you do that, a player like that, he loses a lot of his dynamics.
Yeah.
Like Braylon, you know, he was big guy, he could push the guy out. This guy has to shuck and jive around him. So it's going to eliminate a lot of his mobility. So we'll see how he does. I mean, he's a force out there either way. They definitely need someone like that out there.
Okay.
Is he going to be playing every down? We'll see. It's probably be game time. He'll probably go for game time is the prediction. Will he finish? I sure hope so.
Okay.
I just didn't like the conversation in which he talked about. I remember 2 years ago, he had a high ankle sprain, and they held him out of the Seattle Seahawks game. And when you listen to him at the podium this week, he said that his ankle sprain, whether it's high or low, whatever it was, is way worse than that one. And that one held him out of the game. So I feel like even if he does play, it goes back to what Doc says. Like, there's going to be so much that he's limited at. Like, it's going to be one of those situations where, like, after a quarter, it's, look, man, I can't go.
Yeah, I'm worried about that, too. And he's such a big playmaker. Speaking of big guys, Danny DeKeyser, 6'3", former Red Wings defenseman, now does an outstanding job, I might add. TV and radio. Really come a long way. I really enjoy listening to you. You got great insight. He joins us here on the Braylon Edwards Show. Good to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate that.
It's
nice,
great.
Nice to see you again. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it has. It's been too long.
Sorry we got you holding that microphone.
It's all good.
That's all right. He's used to it. He knows what's up.
up.
Big game against Columbus tonight. What's your take on the Red Wings D so far this season?
I mean, it's been a little bit of an up and down year. You know,
Yeah.
like if you're the Wings right now, you try to avoid those 4 or 5 game losing streaks because those are killer, as like we've seen in the last few years. Like those will put you right out of the playoff race really quick. And I mean, in terms of the D, Edvinson's been, you know, he's been really good this year. Sider, those have been a couple of their horses, you know, and McClellan's spoken highly of those guys. It's just, you know, I think Sherratt's been good. Just getting, you know, good depth from those guys every night if you can, because those are your big horses, but the guys filling in underneath them. try to bring it when they can.
Yeah, Ben Sherratt scored the other
He
night.
scored.
Braylon was there.
I bought that good luck.
Yeah.
I bought that good luck. They lost 4 previous to that, but I did. Yeah. That was the goal I saw.
The Ben Sherratt goal?
That was the only one I saw. You know how like the club is, VIP club. Like it's hard to leave.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's hard to leave. Every time I'm looking up,
TVs?
it was a goal. 100%. But I did see the Ben Sherratt goal. The physicality was one of the things that I was looking at, and then we talked about. I wanted to see that physicality, and I think they were a little bit more physical, at least in the first 2 periods, in the second and third period the other night. What's your thoughts on the physicality of the Detroit Red Wings?
Well, I think when they're playing physical, that's when they're at the top of their game. Like, you get to the red line, dump the puck in, you keep it simple. You got some big guys. You got Soderblom, he's like 6'7". You got Rasmussen, he's like 6'6", whatever. And they got some big boys. So Edvinson, he's another guy, he's 6'6". So when they're physical, that's when they're playing their best. And sometimes the scoring is going to dry out from DeBrincat, from Larkin. Sometimes those guys, they're your big guns. They're going to bring it every night. But you got to try to get depth scoring and keep it simple, especially come playoff time. If you're going to make the playoffs, you're going to have to score dirty goals, greasy goals, get to the net. Not always going to be pretty, but you got to find a way to do it.
I like that.
Don't want to age myself too much here, but I called Danny DeKaiser's college games at Western Michigan when we used to carry CCHA, and I always enjoyed watching you there at Western Michigan, who won the national championship last year. Were you in St. Louis for that, or what?
I was there for the semis. Yeah,
okay.
So they played Thursday, Saturday. I couldn't stay for the Saturday game, unfortunately. It was killing me. But I was there Thursday. I had to fly back home.
How great was that for you?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, the Western faithful in the stands, and a lot of my old teammates were there, and it was a great time, and especially they were winning, and everyone was having a good time.
I love it, not to cut you off, Shep, is because I feel like Michigan and Western have a connection. Like I feel like when I was at Michigan, like Eastern doesn't like Michigan, Central doesn't like Michigan, the rest of the state doesn't like Michigan, but Western and Michigan always had a thing. So I've always cheered when I see Western. I'm like, oh,
Okay,
let's
now
go,
I see
fight,
where
let's
it's
go,
at.
Broncos.
Yeah.
See what
Hey, listen, I'm a Chippewa, so now I know where it's at.
Yeah.
Even I was rooting for Western Michigan, and the only synergy we had with Western is how many beers we could drink. I definitely was rooting for Western Michigan last year.
Okay,
yeah, that's good stuff.
That means a lot come from a Chip.
And you know what? They're good again this year. So
They are.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Doc. We've got it's awesome to have Danny in here. I mean that. I mean he's a really good dude, and I enjoyed covering him for the Red Wings for so long because he was a really steady defenseman. But you and he have something else to announce here today, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, we encourage Danny. John Finstrom's here, also another Red Wing alumni. And Danny has a special person who is very fond of him, Lucy Taylor. I'd like her to come up to kind of meet Danny for a minute and realize that we've put together a special day for her. I don't know what the special relationship, you guys have met multiple times, if we can get some type of camera on them. But Lucy is one of our Athletes Unlimited athletes that struggles with tennis, which I think we're going to start showing her. Here's a picture of Danny and her. But she's struggled with tennis for a while now because she doesn't have a special chair. So Athletes Unlimited with Danny and our group in Woodward Sports is proud to announce there's a generous gentleman here today, Jeff Pankow and his company, and Athletes Unlimited. Lucy, you're going to be a proud owner of a brand new tennis wheelchair customized for you that we want to be able to present to you with Danny.
That's awesome. Yeah.
What do you
think? Pretty cool. And me and Lucy, we go way back. You saw the one picture there, and I think that might have been my first year playing or something when you came into the locker room that one day, and we've kind of had a little bond ever since. So it's been a little while since I've seen you, but I'm happy to be part of this, and I think you're really going to enjoy this new chair.
Wow. Yeah, so this is something that, with Athletes Unlimited, has been a limitation to a lot of impaired athletes around the country. And we have generous people, especially Woodward Sports and everybody else, and with Danny being able to present it today. But we're excited. Lucy, I know you're not crazy about speaking, but do you have anything you want to?
I would love to hear from Lucy and what this means to her. Yeah.
This means a lot to me because I'm planning on trying out for my school's track team, and because of this, I can feel like I belong at that school due to being part of a team sport that I usually wouldn't be able to be a part of.
So you're going to compete against able-bodied individuals too with this.
Yeah, and it's really special because also tennis. Tennis is one of the very few sports that I can play with a disability, and I can go against able-bodied players, which...
And kick their butt.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great. Way to go, Lucy. So happy for you.
And on the ice a little bit here and there too, right?
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that aspect of it. Yeah.
Do you play hockey also?
I used to. It was my first love, and that's what really got me into sports. So it went from hockey to tennis. So, and then it's going to track.
I heard you were having too many injuries in hockey.
Yeah, way too many.
Played like Danny DeKaiser. That was part of the problem.
Yeah,
He's on that grind line like D-back.
yeah, hip surgeries have done a lot, which caused me to kind of drop out of it. But I'm planning on keeping tennis as my main sport with track on the side for school, and alongside track for school, I'm also planning on joining my high school's marching band.
Oh, good for you.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So you don't want to overachieve at all.
Yeah,
She's doing it.
basically.
Man, yeah. You're going to be busy, Lucy. You're going to be very, very busy. Lucy, what'd you love most about, you said Danny DeKaiser is your favorite, and for good reason. What'd you love most about how he played the sport you love too?
I guess it's just the confidence he has and how he never lets something like an injury stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's well said.
I appreciate that.
Which, yeah, I kind of take that into my own account too because of what I've gone through injury wise. So.
Yep.
So now today,
this all comes
today
back
you got
to the injury.
Yeah, it does come back to the injury. Need some secret sauce from Doc there. Now you've got Braylon Edwards and Danny DeKaiser. You'll get a picture with both of them. We wish you all the best, Lucy. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Made all this happen.
Thank you so much.
Did you know anything this was happening?
I did not.
You were able to totally surprise you?
Yeah.
We didn't even want to interview Danny. Thank God.
No, actually, we didn't want to interview Doc. That was the whole thing. Yeah.
So you got to keep it going
We'll
now.
get you on a regular basis. But this is great. I mean, Athletes Unlimited. You can make us proud. We're going to interview you next year after winning tournaments.
She's already made us proud.
You got that right,
She's already
Braylon.
made us
Yeah,
proud.
that's
All right,
well done. Thank
anything
you.
else you want to say?
I think that's it. Thank you.
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you, Lucy.
Stop
Very happy
talking
for
to
you.
me.
Future tennis stuff.
Thank you to Athletes Unlimited. Thank you to Lucy and her wonderful support staff. Danny for your warm heart, and Doc for all that you've done too. On top of that, we do a thing every Thursday called Braylon's Breakdown. All right, and Braylon does a great job with breaking down everything that comes to football. We've got a couple of plays from Lucy.
Okay.
All right, Lucy Taylor, and we're gonna have Braylon break it down a little bit on the tennis court.
Okay, so we see Lucy right here. She's on our side. She's getting ready. You see return. Oh, that's a spike. Oh, yeah, that's going inside right there. Okay. I see you. Nice form right there. Nice overhand
Like the
extension.
hand-eye coordination there, don't you, Braylon?
She saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You saw a nice pop. She hit it right in the middle of the racket where it's supposed to be.
Yep, see?
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
She got up there. She got in position. She got, oh, yeah, this is nice.
Yeah, that is
this
nice.
Is nice.
There's your
You can
Braylon's
tell.
breakdown.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
that's your Braylon's breakdown. That was dope. Yeah,
This is
good
great.
job. Yeah.
John, are you here?
Some power behind that.
So one more thing with Danny and John. There's a big fundraiser coming up next Sunday. John Finstrom, we've been friends for, I don't know, too long. One of my original injuries from the Red Wings.
Hey, John.
But basically, he's got a charity event coming up that Athletes Unlimited is also supporting.
Come on up here, John. You can come on up here. Yeah, come on up here. You can use this microphone.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what do you guys
well, it's called the Finstrom Christmas Cancer Classic. It's at the Big Boy Ice Arena in Fraser. And it's with the New Day Foundation, which the New Day Foundation's been a charity organization out of Rochester, helping only Michigan families only.
Okay.
They've been doing it for 18 years. It's a couple that started it that both lost their spouse to cancer about 20 years ago. And they help about 800 families a year get through just their cancer struggles. You know, can't pay a car payment, house payment, whatever. So you know, people kind of take off work, maybe don't get paid. So they try and help families get through the cancer struggle battle that affects everybody, just not the patient, but the whole families and everybody. So it's a great foundation, like out of Rochester, and the game is this December 14th, next following Sunday at 3 o'clock at Fraser Ice Arena.
Okay.
And so it's a Red Wing alumni against the first responders. So we have EMT firefighters and stuff like that, and that's always fun to play against because they definitely have they want to get us.
I know D-Mac is a part of it somehow, some way.
I was at D-Mac this morning on Fox 2 News or Fox 2. Yes.
D-Mac does not miss a chance to do whatever he can for whatever cause, whatever charity. Like he's one of. But it's about him now.
But he definitely riles up the crowd.
He does. So he was good this morning. We were on there, and that was a good thing. And I want to thank Danny too. He'll be playing in the game that Sunday too.
Okay.
And he's new blood to the alumni. And we
I was about to say he's still young.
Yeah. We got a lot of good stuff going.
Redmond, you know. You look younger than Mickey.
Trying to stay young.
Danny, I've played with his dad. I retired in 2002. I've played with his dad probably for 20 years now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And then Danny, when he was I think a freshman, was out there, and I'm like, who's this guy catching me? Because nobody usually catches me.
Your boy's son.
I had to go hard. We're getting ready for the season, man.
Yeah.
I had to go hard.
Yeah. So big shout out to Danny and the new guys that come in and join the alumni. It really helps us.
Well, that alumni group, I will say this: the Detroit alumni group is as good as it gets. George Bowman is a friend of mine. He's done a really good job with it.
I dropped the puck in 2022. The field over in Southwest Detroit. What is that ice? The rink.
The outdoor rink.
Yeah, the outdoor rink in Southwest Detroit, Mexican town. There you go.
Clark Park, right? Clark Park.
I dropped the puck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's really cool stuff.
He didn't put skates on?
Nah, I didn't want to do that.
Hey, we got room if you want to lace them up at some point. I mean,
you know what? You can give me some of those the gym shoes that you wear on the ice, and I'll coach.
We'll give you the broom ball shoes.
I don't know.
There we go. Give me some broom ball shoes.
Hey, Braylon, tell them what you said after the Redmond game the other night. You came back and said, tell them. Go ahead.
If I don't put me on the spot. So I go to the Red Wings game, and I'm in attendance, and I'm not. I've been going to a lot of places where I'm like the only black guy, and it doesn't matter. Like I was looking around the arena. I'm sitting there. I'm just like I'm counting. I'm like, all right. So I had to start with myself. I was like, all right, 1.
You're scanning the whole arena.
1. So I made a PSA when I came back to work yesterday. I said, hey, look, calling all black hockey fans. Like, I know there's a ton of Detroit there. Come on, man. I went to King High School. I used to go to City Ice all the time. So I had to make a public service announcement. I get my black people on the ice.
One of my kind of jokes through my hockey career, I played 11 years, basically minors. But every year, we had a black guy on the team.
I appreciate that.
Did he play?
Yeah.
That's the growth. Now we got to get. Where are their kids at?
Yeah.
Where are their kids? Where's the family?
He was always there.
Yeah. But it's fun.
But a little more about the game too is that so I'm a cancer survivor myself. 2-time in 2002, they told me I had 6 months to live. That's why I retired from hockey. I had radiation, I had sinus cancer, and the radiation damaged my eyes and other issues too. So I've had 2 cataract lens replacements, 2 detached retinas. I'm legally blind in my left eye, and I get injection in the right eye every month, so I can still see relatively well.
Okay.
So then my mom just passed away of cancer, and one of our fellow alumni, Sean Burr. So unfortunately, cancer affects everybody. Like we have a family member, a loved one, and so
it hit you deep.
Hit me deep, but hey, it's made me. I'm very positive. I appreciate every day, and every day is a happy day. It's just there's no really problems. Just got to endure and get through it. So I'm blessed.
Your disposition is a breath of fresh air.
That's inspiration.
Thank
you, and good luck with that.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to Dr. Pierce also.
Yeah.
Low man today.
Well, Athletes Unlimited, they helped a little bit of sponsorship with the game and getting me here. And then Liberty Building one of the title sponsors, and also the Fedoroff Federation, organization, also was a title sponsor. So I want to say thank you to them and all other sponsors too. So and thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it very much.
I appreciate having you on there.
They deserve it. And follow up with us and make sure you let us know how it went. Okay,
yeah, and
it'd be fantastic. Yeah, always welcome.
Definitely.
Yeah, especially during Doc's spot. That's for darn sure. All right. Yeah.
Make sure Braylon knows that's a standing invite, man. Whenever you want to come skate. Whenever you want to come skate. All right?
Oh, I gotta skate, huh?
Okay. I'll talk to D-Mac. He'll talk you into it.
I was a power skating coach. So I can get you going.
I'm not. You know what? I'm going to hold it right there. I already take. There's too many injuries with Braylon on a weekly basis without hockey. I can't handle any more phone calls.
Just the one time I sneezed and cracked my rib.
That was the last one.
Listen, what a show this has been, Doc. Thank you, and keep up the great work. Athletes Unlimited, just an incredible organization.
Doc,
yeah, and you have such a big heart. and we
No,
give
I
you so much
appreciate
credit
that.
because you deserve it. So keep up the great work. All the best to Lucy Taylor and her wonderful family, Danny DeKaiser,
chairs
his big
are
heart,
amazing.
and of course to Marvin Jones earlier for joining us as well. I want to thank you for joining us here on the Braylon Edwards Show. We're back tomorrow, 2:00. We'll be talking Lions, Cowboys, and a whole lot more.
Do the Lions win?
Do the Lions win?
Do the Lions win?
They do not win tonight. They do not win tonight.
Lions
Do not.
win?
No, I don't think they win tonight.
It's gonna be a close
I hope
one.
I'm wrong.
Okay. I'm gonna be glass half full. I'm gonna go with a tight win.
Okay.
Tight win.
Braylon?
No prediction of score though.
Yeah, they can't.
I think it's gonna be like 31-21 down.
I'm trying to find the lane. Lions lose.
Ooh. Just end it there.
30. Yeah, okay, Lions lose.
Okay. Kool-Aid?
No.
Well, what am I saying? Why do I even ask Kool-Aid?
Oh yeah.
He
Oh
knows.
yeah.
He thinks
Come
they
on
win.
now.
All right.
I think the Lions are bouncing back.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. I like that.
Sewell?
Oh yeah.
You think they're winning?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Lions are
It's
bouncing
2
back.
against
Let's go.
2.
How many
Fired
trick
up,
plays?
Booth boys, man.
How
Let's
many
rock.
trick
Plays. We'll count them all tonight.
Two
Have a
trick.
great night, everybody.
2 trick
We'll
plays.
see you tomorrow on the Braylon Edwards Show at 2:00 on Woodward's.
Peace out,
You know,
everybody.
the Lions about to
I
win.
hope I made you proud, Shep.
You did. Always.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep,
Do you believe this comeback?
your favorite sports commentator, as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.